So you or your loved one have been diagnosed with unexplained infertility. What does that mean? We get asked this all the time, and it's probably the number one diagnosis that we see for infertility in women under the age of 36 in our practice. I'm Nicole Stern. I'm the founder of Fertilista, and I work with women just like you who are so frustrated when they get this unexplained infertility diagnosis. So what does this mean? Well, it means a couple of things. It means that sometimes there are things that come up in the lab, in the blood work, or in the semen analysis where they're within the range of normal, but maybe they're not optimal. So let's say your estrogen is normal, but it's on the low end of normal. Let's say your partner's sperm, the semen analysis is normal, but the morphology is again on the low range of normal. And then we layer in, let's say, a little bit of dysregulation with ovulation. So there's a study that was done where they looked at, it was 400 or 500 women. They looked at their cycles. They were all regular. They had them come in for blood work once a week throughout their cycle, and they found that in a woman who ovulates every 28 days, about a fourth of the time, her ovulation, she wasn't actually ovulating. Layer in that. Layer in a little bit of low estrogen, or layer in a little bit of TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone, that's not quite, it's in normal range, but it's not in optimal range. And then layer in a partner whose sperm is maybe a little bit on the lower end in terms of count or lower end in terms of morphology. And this actually leads to a very big problem. It's called unexplained infertility. It's a blessing and it can be a curse. It's a blessing because if we get down to basics, how are you sleeping? How are you exercising? How are you eating? What supplements are you taking? We can have a very profound impact in terms of that positive pregnancy test. Sometimes, not all the time, sometimes within a very short amount of time, like 3, 4, 5 months. It can also be a curse because for the client, if I had a diagnosis, if I knew what was wrong, then I could take the exact action steps, right, to treat that diagnosis. But unexplained infertility, it just means that a few things need to be tweaked. It just means that you need a little bit more support, and that can go a very long way. I'm Nicole Stern. I'm the founder of Fertilista, and I want to hear about your diagnosis. Have you been diagnosed with unexplained infertility? Where are you at in the process? Have you gotten pregnant, or are you still waiting? I hope this cycle you get a positive pregnancy test. That's what we're here for. This is how we want to support you, is in getting to that positive.